I'm Sophie Biggerstaff. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. I study here at Teesside University studying TV and film production. I'm doing my internship at Tees Valley Sport, and I'm basically a media intern, so what I do is create content for them to put out on their social media. The university internships last for 2 to 3 months. Mine was originally an 8-week internship, but because I was doing quite good work and what I was outputting was really good, the company decided to keep me on for 12 weeks.
Over the years, we've had a number of interns who've performed a number of different roles, ranging from a traditional sports development and event organising roles to roles like Sophie's doing now. The best thing about taking on graduates and interns, I think, is the mutual benefit that it can bring. So the graduates are gaining some real life work experience, increasing their confidence and skills. We're getting an extra member of staff who's adding some different skills into the mix, so it's a win-win situation really.
The best thing about doing this internship is the experience, just knowing I have something added to my CV, so when I go out there for my next job, then I've got something relevant to my experience, to what I want to do. I would recommend doing an internship for other students because you get that experience. It's so simple to link up with Student Futures, get into contact with them. They help you with your CVs. You're able to link up so easily. Getting work experience is really important because your future employers, that is what they're going to look at. And so it's easy, check that box, get what you need.
My name's Katie. My main sport is rugby, so I play rugby for England. But growing up, I played kind of a bit of everything. I played hockey, netball, did a bit of athletics, played football. So it was a massive multi-sport environment. And then at 16, kind of peaked and followed the rugby path. I got capped in 2007. Since then, I've been to an Olympics with rugby sevens, played in 3 World Cups. We've won one as captain, and played in the Sevens World Cup. In rugby, it was quite limited in terms of coaching, being female, but there's definitely been a couple, and especially now you've got much more opportunity to get into the coaching field. But for me, definitely some of our managers. So a lady called Jeanette Shaw, she was our England manager at the time, and she was it was just nice to kind of have a bit of a female perspective. And when I was growing up, I had 2 coaches. One at under 20s, a lady called Amanda Bennett. And she was really good. It was just nice to kind of have that opportunity to be able to kind of talk to somebody. I think for me it's really important that you enjoy what you do, because I think that as athletes and when you're working with teams or individuals, that massively rubs off on them.
McLean is Scarrett, but a much flatter ball. Emily Scarrett! Emily Scarrett is going to go all the way!
I think if you want to get into coaching, I think it's just about making sure you take little steps that you are really confident in your own ability.
Really flat, and this is what Katie McLean has added to her game.
I think things like mental well-being, I get a lot from being active, that kind of sense of achievement, regardless of how big or small it is.
There it is, England are world champions. "20 years of pain is over for England."
A coach is generally, first and foremost, a friend, a mentor, someone that tells you not necessarily what you always want to hear, but what you need to hear in order to progress. If you want to get the most out of someone, then you've obviously got to make sure that they're happy in themselves.
I'm Samantha Johnson. I'm a manager of a martial arts academy in Middlesbrough. I teach multiple different disciplines of martial arts and boxing and self-defence. When I first started doing martial arts, females weren't a huge part of it. It was very much a male-dominated sport, and it was portrayed that way a lot. I was very lucky to have a fantastic female coach. She was a 14 times world champion, absolutely amazing, Julie Kitchen. That was a huge inspiration for my coaching.
It's hard, it's tough, but you're like a second parent to most children and a second parent to most adults as well. It's not only about teaching them about the sport, it's generally a lot of personal things as well. They'll come to you, you spend a lot of time with them. Some of them are here 5-6 days a week. So you can certainly tell if a child or an adult is feeling a little bit low, feeling down. It's up to you to bring them round.
Sam's been coaching me for pretty much the whole time I've been coming here, since I think it was about 10. I mean, Sam what she does differently is she makes sure that everyone is working like hard, but she also makes sure they're having fun with what they're doing as well, so the lessons don't get boring.
She's a brilliant coach. She always pushes us to make us like better, and I don't know, I wouldn't be where I am without Sam.
If you want to be a coach and that's something that you aspire to be, take your time. Don't rush into it. If you really don't know your craft or your discipline or whatever sport it is that you want to do, you are constantly going to get obstacles. People's going to question you. You're going to walk into a gym that someone might be training for 20 years. You want to show them maybe a different way of doing things, a new way of looking at it. They're going to question you, so you've got to know what you're talking about. Take your time, concentrate on yourself. If it is a martial arts or a discipline like that, then fight. Try some different fighting techniques, whether you want to do kickboxing or boxing, try them. If you want to be a netball coach, play netball. You know, be competitive, know what it's like to walk the walk, so to speak.
My name's Nikki, I'm 52 years of age. I am a retired police officer. I started my career in London, which was in the 1980s, which was obviously a very male-orientated and male-dominated workplace. However, things changed and more women came into the police force, and that's when equality hit, basically. I discovered sports when I was in the police as a release, and we then formed a female rugby team, and just the different strengths that women have. You know, some women are far more willful, some women are far more sensitive, some women are far more practical. So collectively, we became a strong, supportive team. I left there and moved up to the northeast, and then within my career I then went to the recruitment of police officers. So of course you had new women coming in, young women coming in, so we got those ladies into doing sport because we did the training at the university. And then I thought, right, okay, I'm going to get myself qualified for external things because I was approaching retirement. I'd had a few mental health issues myself, and I realised that I couldn't always continue doing the hardcore sports, so I couldn't do that challenge stuff anymore. So I went and qualified in doing some mat-based Pilates. Because you've got mountain climbers elsewhere, yeah? It doesn't matter how many you do. Which was then started to look at mindfulness and breathing and relaxation. I'm soon to be doing that with other people who are mental health survivors. When this place first opened, nobody knew anybody, and I just came and taught some classes. And since then, the class sizes have grown. They're predominantly full of ladies. We have developed what we call a breakfast club, which nobody sits on their own, all supporting each other through the challenges that life brings. We're all supporting each other through exercise and friendship. I get inspired by other people's achievements and seeing how they come into a class very shy. Sometimes their mobility is not very good, and within 12 weeks you can see the change. Their confidence has grown, their physical prowess has grown, their flexibility. You can see the uplift in their face, the whole attitude and mentally has changed, and that's my reward. I've had quite a lot of pregnant ladies come through, and they've stayed with me through the duration of their pregnancy, had their babies, and they've come back and been able to exercise again. And by enabling them to still be part of a group and still feel that they can do things and that they are worthy, has helped their mental health tremendously. Coaching is about the development of other people, the enhancement of other people's lives, the enhancement of their well-being, and just contributing to them having a happy life.
Been in existence, Stockton Ladies Croquet Club, for about 50 years, and we play 3 times a week on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Sometimes if the weather is really good, people come along on perhaps a Monday or a Wednesday. Well, you play croquet because it's exercise. You do walking, bending, stretching, and you have a social event as well, in that you stop for about 20 minutes, have a cup of tea and a chat. It's quite addictive because although you say you're not wanting to win, you really are. And it's just a lovely afternoon out.
I like the head game. I like to feel that I'm capable of knowing what balls to take, what balls to leave, and that's what it's all about.
Well, I found out about the club through the Stockton News. There was a tiny little advert in there, and because I've had a little go of it once before, I thought I'd come along and see what it was all about. And since then I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and we're about 2 months down the line now.
We have almost a 30-year age range, which is amazing, really is. Youngest one being in mid-60s, eldest in the mid-90s.
And it's a lovely activity, it really is. My family are always delighted when I'm playing, and they know I'm still playing. So I'm going to keep on, and I'm just as competitive as the rest.
Please give croquet a try. It's got a historical thing of being for somebody older or somebody who's not so active, but actually it's not about that. It's an actual sport that you take part in. You're walking all the time, you're getting exercise. There's lots of things to learn about the game, and it's so interesting.
If I was never given an opportunity to be in the studio, to train, I wouldn't be where I am. Where do I see myself in 5 years? 5 years I'll be 27, so I could see myself in a dance studio. And obviously there'll be a lot of business stuff and a lot of professional stuff around it. Like I'd hope to be a counsellor at that point, and I'd then help kids in my community and just able to see kids enjoy it like I enjoyed it growing up. We spent about a month or 2 looking at different dance qualifications and training, but it was a bit hard. It was a case of, I really do like youth work, so how do I keep this path, and how do I also keep this dance career business thing going? And it's trying to put all these things together. You don't have to pull away the two. A small hobby can turn into something big. It's understanding the balance of working close with people and allowing people to push you in places that feel uncomfortable and really going for it. It really offers people who aren't working to try get into work, like courses or training, building themselves up and helping them see what they like and then seeing what kind of route they can take. I think she's a very good listener and observer, and then she's able to direct you in places where you want to go, and she'll make sure that she's not imposing anything. Me and my crew are helping just give people the opportunity to actually dance and actually see what it's about.
I don't think you should actually dwell too much on looking back, apart from recognising the journey, because it is about, okay, what next, sort of thing, what can I do next?
If you ever wanted to get in touch with YEI, you can contact Ellen at Tees Valley Sport.